Deep inside a wide emerald forest called Verdantia, there lived a small white rabbit named Milo. He was not large like the elk or powerful like the leopard, but he possessed something even more valuable, a calm and clever mind. The animals of Verdantia respected Milo because of his intelligence. Many times before, his ideas had helped others avoid danger. One bright afternoon, while Milo was wandering near the Silver Stream River searching for sweet roots, a pack of wandering foxes entered the area. These foxes had recently arrived from a distant valley known as Redstone Hills. They were ruthless hunters who believed that strength and numbers were the only things that mattered. When they noticed Milo standing alone, they quietly surrounded him from every direction. Within moments, the little rabbit realized he had no path of escape. One fox stood directly in front of him. Two waited behind him, while the others blocked the open sides. He was completely trapped. The leader of the foxes stepped forward with a cruel grin and declared that Milo's journey would end there. But instead of shaking with fear, the rabbit simply smiled. The foxes were confused. They had expected him to panic or beg for mercy, yet his calm expression made them uncomfortable. When they demanded to know why he was smiling, Milo calmly answered that he actually felt sorry for them. This response made the foxes furious. How could such a small rabbit feel pity for them? Milo then explained that he was not afraid because he was already protected by the true guardian of Verdantia, a massive and mysterious creature that lived near an ancient well beside the river. Milo said he had been bringing food to this creature when the foxes stopped him. According to Milo, the guardian despised strangers and would become extremely angry if it discovered hunters wandering inside its territory. The foxes began to feel uncertain. Their leader, unwilling to appear weak in front of the pack, demanded that Milo lead them to this so-called guardian. Calmly, the rabbit agreed and guided them through the trees until they reached an old stone well covered in moss. When they arrived, Milo pointed toward the dark water inside and said that the powerful guardian lived below. Curious and irritated, the fox leader leaned over the edge and looked into the well. In the still water, he saw his own reflection and the reflections of the other foxes standing behind him. But blinded by anger and pride, he believed he was staring at another pack of foxes challenging them from below. The leader growled loudly and accused the foxes beneath the water of mocking him. The rest of the pack also looked down and saw the same reflections. Convinced that enemies were hiding inside the well, their anger grew stronger. Without thinking carefully, the leader shouted an attack command and jumped straight into the well. One after another, the other foxes followed him, determined not to appear cowardly. They splashed into the cold water only to discover the truth. There was no rival pack, no giant guardian, and no hidden enemy, only their own reflections staring back from the water. The walls of the well were steep and slippery, and climbing out was extremely difficult. By the time the exhausted foxes finally managed to escape, wet and humiliated, Milo had already disappeared deep into the forest. Safe among the trees of Verdantia, the little rabbit quietly smiled. He knew something important. Strength alone is never enough. True power comes from a calm mind and clever thinking. From that day forward, the foxes never returned to trouble the forest again. And Milo's story spread among the animals as a reminder that even when you are surrounded and outnumbered, a calm mind can always find a way out. The lesson is simple. Never panic when you face powerful enemies. One smart decision can overcome strength many times greater than your own.